Yo! Welcome to vlog number 37. And we have a very special guest this evening, Gracie Terzian. So, Gracie is a very, very close friend of mine and a collaborator. We do a lot of music together. She produced the last album, Antidote, and she's a person that I always ask for advice about music. We're just spending a few hours talking about the next album actually, which is called Darling, and we were just working on some ideas about instrumentations and some ideas about how to go about music, and she gave me a lot of really good notes.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's good. So I really wanted to bring her to the vlog, and for a while we talked of doing that, and today it worked out. So I kind of want to talk a little bit, and then we'll also have her play, and we might play something together.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah. And the first question that I kind of want to ask you is, you know what, maybe tell us first your background a little bit in regards to music, and then we'll dive into a few questions I was thinking.
Oh, my background? Okay. Well, what part of my background?
I guess I'm asking that because I know that Gracie is kind of a multi-talented person. She is not only an amazing singer and musician and ukulele player, but also a dancer, like seriously a dancer, and also seriously an actress, I mean, sorry.
No, you're supposed to call everyone actor. It's not.
Oh.
It's not. You don't specify the gender.
I see.
You're always like, whoops, sorry, I mean
So
actress.
you're an actress. No, seriously. So she spent a lot of time doing other disciplines and very seriously. I mean, you were working with the Shakespeare Theatre Company. You're doing movies, commercials. I mean, a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just decided to go into music maybe 3 years ago or something like that.
Like something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then just release an EP with your music, but then again playing shows, playing festivals and all of that stuff. So I'm kind of curious to ask you, I guess, about your path right now with music a little bit, just.
Oh boy, my path? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Music was always something that was like a hobby for me on the side, and then I kind of realized that if I wanted to pursue it, I had to really set aside the time and focus on it and really get better at it and, improve what I was doing and focus on it. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is focusing on music, and I have really been doing very few other things. I mean, I've been doing little bits of other things, but mostly music for the past 3 years, and it's been cool so far. Where it's going to take me, I don't know. I mean, that path is, you have to see where it goes. You never,
Yeah, for sure. So, with music, would you mind playing like one of your songs, like just a little bit? I'm kind of curious because I mean, one of the things that I really like when she's when you're playing a solo rendition of your music, is just that there's a lot of rhythmic freedom in how you phrase the melody when you're singing versus the constant gravity and the home base of the comping. And I'm curious, like, if you could just...
You're totally out of time.
What?
You're totally out of time. It's very free. No.
It's very free.
No, you mean the melody is free?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm curious...
I hope the comping isn't too free.
No. It's exactly, there's this tension, I think, between like the groove that you're playing, and it could be something very simple, versus the melody. You were just playing something from me, like.
Well, I always have that vibrating metronome attached to my hip that's keeping the time. No, I'm just kidding. That I do own that though, but I've never used it ever in a show or recording.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Everyone's wanted to. The
I
Peterson metronome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a metronome that vibrates. It sends you a vibration against your skin, and to set the tempo.
It was a gift for your birthday or something.
Wow, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
Didn't remember.
I practiced with it, but I never used it in a show or anything like that. It'd be so funny though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so do you mind playing like maybe a short thing, and then like I'll ask you a few questions because it will be easier to explain that once you're playing it.
Sure.
You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak?
Cool.
Like
yeah.
that?
Yeah. So basically, I mean, I guess, like, I love how there's like this tension between like the how you sing the melody and you're so like free and yeah, just so free with that, versus like you're just kind of keeping an ostinato, basically a basic kind of compic thing that is happening. And I'm curious, like, how do you go about singing the melody? Like, what would be like some advice that you have, or stuff that you were checking out or working on, from a vocal perspective that we hopefully can take to the instrument? You know what I mean?
If you're talking about like how to free your voice rhythmically when you're singing a melody line, so you're not like trapped in the rhythmic.
My voice or my guitar
or
voice,
your guitar.
Or any instrument in that sense. Like, yeah.
I mean, I think after you do practice with a steady beat enough, and you practice just like singing freely or playing freely on top of that steady beat, whether it's like you're playing with a metronome so you don't have to worry about where it is, you're always hearing it, you're not necessarily supplying it yourself, then it's gonna suddenly become easier to hear the rhythm but also be free on top of it. The only thing I really but that's obvious. The only thing really that I have to say that's maybe interesting is that I think the best freedom can kind of come from, like, if you're trying to break up the rhythm a bit and make it suddenly like have a new life and feel it and be freer and do something different rhythmically.
Yeah.
I think in the longer notes, like the held out notes, that's really where you can feel it and then start maybe like catch like you have a kite and you're like suddenly catch a wind or or like you have suddenly the kite takes flight because it catches some wind. So you're like, where's that wind that will take me to this like rhythmically freer place? I think in the longer sustained notes, while you're holding that out, there's so much going on there because it's like the rhythm is so free there. So then it can take you to you can really kind of feel the freedom within that longer note. The other thing.
So like, because I didn't get it. Can you give me the cable for a second? I
Sure.
just want to try what you mean. So like, can you? I'll comp like just 4 bars. Okay,
Sure.
I just want to hear like like we're in G minor, right? So I'll just play like, let's just play the first 4 bars, and I just want to hear like what you mean with the long notes. So like 1.
Me singing
2.
and playing?
No, just sing.
Okay.
I got you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart.
Sorry, I fucked it up.
That's okay.
Yeah, maybe it's right.
You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart.
So in that phrase, the 2 longest like the longer notes were the words my and the words smile. So you're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Those are really the 2 where you can kind of like coast on. And while you're holding that note out, suddenly you kind of lift off the ground a little bit from being stuck in like the you're my funny Suddenly you kind of float away to a different level that's above the rhythm. You're obviously feeling the rhythm the whole time still, but it's like Yeah, catching a kite with wind is the best way to describe it, and those long notes help you sail.
So you're basically hanging there longer, and then like kind of catching up later on the melody kind of vibe.
No, not necessarily. That's not what it is. It's not like a trick or anything like that. It's not that literal. It's like it gets you when you're holding those notes. When you hold a long note out, you tap into a place that's not like you're my funny Valentine. You know, that's an exaggerated sweet comic Valentine. Here I am singing with the rhythm. You know, where it's like, but if you have a long, you're my. Suddenly you're like totally. You're holding one note totally separate from the rhythm for quite a long time. So therefore you suddenly have broken free from it technically.
Right.
So then it just is like a feeling. It gets you to a different place. It's like it gets you in the right zone, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, if you want to do it literally, you could say like, yeah, like maybe when you were actually thinking about singing the words, sing it like a half a beat later and see what happens. You're going to have to catch yourself up.
Yeah,
provided that it's still within their measure, you know.
Right. I guess I'm not worried about like where to place it, but just like the idea of using again a longer note, like you're saying, and then just like having that in mind as an optional, like kind of like place of departure to like
Yeah, it's like really a
cool,
portal to a new world. Yeah.
And
I think that's like one of the places you really can zone in and feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you keep that feeling. So when you're holding out the note, you like think about how you're free from the melody in that, or from the rhythm in that section, and then keep that feeling going. Yeah, I love talking.
Okay, so I guess I'm curious to ask you, if I would ask you, how would you define talent? What would that mean for you?
Talent? I think that talent is basically like extraordinary ability of a specific thing, skill, over others, you know, over the average person. And talent can be natural or learned.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so...
That's probably like a dictionary definition. That's not very exciting, but that's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm a literal person.
That's a cool. That's cool. No worries. That's a cool.
Talent is like an eggshell that's just cracked open.
But
I don't have anything like that to say about talent.
No, I'm just curious. Like, how do you feel talented?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. No. I mean. No.
Okay.
Not exceptionally. Maybe slightly more so than the average person, but I'm not a extremely talented person.
Like, I mean, I think...
I have more musical talent than some people in the world. I mean, that's for sure, you know. But everyone has. But I'm not nearly as musically talented as other people. So I'm super untalented at other things as well. So.
Cool.
Like
no,
science.
I'm
very bad at.
No, it's an interesting question. Also, how someone perceives
science wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's a joke.
How you perceive yourself. I mean, I would of course see you as a very talented musician, but again, I think.
Well, I would see you as talented, Rotem.
No, but I'm asking the question just because it's interesting to talk about talent and what is talent and just like how different people see it very differently. And I mean, I really kind of see it in a way that is more connected to just a craft in a way. So I think there is a very unclear border, and the border gets more unclear the more you do the action. So in that sense, the craft of music is the talent. And of course, you know, I'm not saying that nothing in the world is. I mean, I understand what people talk about when we say talent, but I think eventually putting the time and understanding and breaking down the thing to its different areas and working on these sections is talent, right? Is basically, I mean, if you again working on this.
Well, it turns into talent. That's just hard work, but it turns into talent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you hear certain people be like, "Oh yeah, he's super talented," it's like, well, you know, he did spend like 5 hours a day for 15 years playing these scales,
Right.
so it's like, yeah, I mean, he has it down, and it's very clear that it's very strong. But again, maybe it took him more than it took a different person, or the person that it wouldn't take a lot of time didn't want to do it even. You know what I mean? So I
Do
mean,
you feel as though the more you work on something, like the less talented you feel?
the more I work on something.
Like
Yeah.
when you first picked up something, you thought you were maybe really talented at it, but then the more time you spend working on it, then the less talented you feel you become.
I mean, you
Even though from the outside world, you're actually becoming more talented because you're becoming better at whatever that thing is. However, you're suddenly now around, you're suddenly, you know, you're going to be around all these other people who are also doing that because you're paying attention to it, because you're practicing it, you're listening, you're checking out the masters, you're, you know,
yeah.
even more intensely. And the more, I mean, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know things. You
For
know?
sure.
That's
Sure.
So, the more you always realize there's always someone more talented than you out. You know,
Yeah.
everywhere you look there is. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, for sure. I mean, you asked a few questions. So I mean, first, I guess, like, I remember when I was in high school, so I switched to like the music department, and I just kind of started like playing music and getting into it seriously, and when I switched to the music department in Haifa.
Which department were you in before? Tell them.
I studied theater.
He was in the acting department.
Oh my god.
He was an actor. That's a fun fact about Rotem. You should know.
Fun fact. Yeah, he still
hasn't done any monologues for me. I can keep asking him.
Oh my god.
Okay, continue.
Continuing. So when I did the switch, I remember all the classmates basically they spend all their lives, you know, I mean, we're in high school, but they literally like started playing piano and their instrument at like 4 or something. So I was in a class and doing harmonic and melodic dictations with people that really spend, you know, more than 10 years doing what they did.
Yeah.
And they were amazing. We had like 3 or 4 people in the class that were just like, I mean, borderline genius. So it was really scary. I mean, it was just like a shock, you know.
So
like,
you felt not good at first.
I felt awful. I mean, I was like, oh my god. Like, especially I remember like doing, like the first time I had to write dictations, I was like, wow. Like 3 or 4 people wrote a dictation while it was being played. I mean, one of the guys is like my best friend. His name is Yuval Shapira. He's an amazing piano player and musician. He's now is a professor at Manis, and it's amazing. But I remember the time, and we became super good friends then at high school, but I remember the first day of class, like I saw these guys, and like she's playing a melodic dictation, you know, and maybe some bass notes and a simple melody, like 8 or 16 bars, and they're not like, they're just writing, you know. I was like, what? Like I wrote like a few notes here, a few notes there, you know. It's like trying to catch up, trying to like sing it back, the ending, you know. And I was like, and they just wrote. He was frustrated because there was another girl that wrote faster than him. So I was like, you know, it was like shocking. But that shock
like,
was
oh boy.
good because I practiced ear training for years and years every day for a long time, and I was like, okay, the level of musicianship is really high, and I need to be at that level. So I spent a lot of time. So that slap was like, okay. You know.
Yeah, it's good to be slapped for sure.
Yeah, it was quite a few slaps, but yeah. But in that sense, I mean, yeah, there's always people that are
Gonna
more,
slap you.
Yeah, and
even
also,
when you get past that point, you're gonna keep getting slapped.
for
It's
sure,
like you
all
never,
the time.
So you have to like make sure you can always get past those slaps, right?
Hopefully, yeah. No, but for real, but also, I mean,
Maybe you like them.
maybe. You know, like you were saying, I mean, there's always someone more talented and someone that's like, you know, those videos of like, oh, he's only 4 and he's playing the Rachmaninoff, or he's playing whatever, you know, this like shredding things, like
Those little shits.
he's like, he's not even 4 years, you know,
Not
and you're like, yeah, it's cool and it's amazing and it's really cool, but I mean, but again, music is not about that in that sense. It's some expression and something that you're trying to say, and you don't need to have all the chops in the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, music is just about followers.
So good.
Or subscribers.
It's all about
that's
that
really
shit.
what it comes down to. So it doesn't matter how old you are or how talented. I mean,
It's just amount of subscribers you have when you're.
Yeah, it's about number of fans. That's all that matters. This took a dark turn.
For sure.
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
come
That's
on,
not
just
true.
yeah.
No, of course that's not true. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You want to play something together, or should we call it?
We can play something together. What do you want to play?
I actually wanna hear you sing.
Oh fuck! I need the lyrics.
Okay.
That's
so
fine. I'll pull up the lyrics on my phone.
No, it's fine. We don't have to.
I don't care. People can know I don't know the lyrics to this song. We're gonna play some shows in Brazil soon, so.
Insensitive, que você fez, coração, mas sem cuidado, fez chorar de tudo, o seu amor, amor tão delicado. Porque você foi fraco assim tão desalmado. Meu coração que nunca amou, não merece ser amado. Vai, meu coração, ouve a oração, usa sua sinceridade. Quem semeia vento, desaração, colhe sempre tempestade. Vai, meu coração, pede perdão, apaixonado. Vai, porque quem não pede perdão não é nunca perdoado.
Booyakasha!
Thank you very much, Gracie Terzian.
Why, thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks, I enjoyed being here.
I'll link your YouTube channel, so be sure to check her stuff out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Rotem's vlog. He's the best, isn't he?
I don't know about that.
Yes, and he's so sweet. I bet they don't know that about you, that you're such a nice person.
We should stop right here.
No, he is.
Oh my god, I'm going out of the frame when this is happening. Alright.
He is.
Thank you guys for hanging.
Have a good one.